No, most of the lads are okay. You know, Glenn picked up a little bit of a knock on Saturday, but he's trained today, and we're hoping he'll be all right for Saturday.
Still a bit rusty, Glenn?
No, he's like I say, he's been fine, but we've got to be a little bit careful with him, and we've held him back a little bit this week. But you know, hopefully he'll be he'll be available for selection.
Looking ahead to Sunday, always nice for you to make the trip back across the south?
Yeah, it's you know, it's lovely going back to Wales. Always enjoy going back home, and you know, I'll have family there watching the game, shouting for us.
Yeah, and Swansea obviously have made a trip back from Italy last night, so hoping to take advantage of the tired legs, perhaps.
Well, we've you know, the experience I had at Stoke was that you know, playing away games is difficult, the recovery and everything else. But I think it's more difficult if you then got an away game rather than a game at home. So you know, it'll be a tough game for us. As I said before, they've got a very, very good squad. They rotated, I think, or made 5 changes yesterday from the team that played at Liverpool. So yeah, you know, it'll be a tough game for us.
What have you made of the way that Lionel was sacked and have sort of appointed an absolute novice in his place? Did that surprise you?
I don't know, you know, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what went on, what didn't go on. You know, the big thing is with Swansea. Swansea have had continuity at their football club they've had an identity that they've kept to for a long time, and you know, Gary's been there for a long time. So to appoint him, you know, if they were going to move Michael on, or if Michael wanted to move, and they decided whether it was amicable or whatever, you know, to go with Gary. At least Gary has been there from the outset. And you know, that football club has had magnificent 10 years.
Steve Bruce was saying that 10 wins will keep teams up this season. Hull have 8, you've got 8 as well yourselves. Is that the way you look at it now at this stage of the season? 2 more wins and you're safe?
No, you know, we need more than 2 wins. You know, we need to put a run together. I'm still looking at top 30 points. You know, 30. You know, you want to get to 40 to be absolutely sure. It's going to be tough. You know, this is tough running for everybody. Very exciting.
Does there come a point when you sort of look down and think, well, that's winnable, or do you just go into every game to try?
Nah, if I knew which games we could win and which games we could lose, then I wouldn't be stood here, be on an island in Barbados I'd be on, you know, some lovely island out in the Pacific or Caribbean, spending all my money that I've just won on gambling, which I never do.
Jonny Williams.
I'll make a point of that.
Jonny Williams off to Ipswich. Just tell us the thoughts behind that, and you know, what's the future?
No, John. When I first came in, I think Johnny had had an injury and looked a little bit rusty and in need of games. To be fair to him, the last couple of weeks he's trained a lot better, and we need to get him out to get some games. And it had to be a club that we were happy with, and it had to be with a manager that, you know, that we were happy with as well. And Ipswich fit, you know, the criteria on both accounts. It's a fantastic football club. You know, it's got you know, fantastic facilities, great support, and the manager is, you know, Mick's a very, very good manager who will look after him as well. So Johnny needs to play games. The next question is, he's got a future at this football club. He's got a massive future at this football club. I think he's a good player. I think he's, you know, he's in need of games more than anything else, and we're hoping he'll get a run of games at Ipswich. Whether we extend it or not, we'll decide in a month's time, and then we'll go from there.
Julian Spurley quoted saying this could be his last season at Palace. Presumably, you're definitely keen to keep him. Well,
you know, there's quite a few players who are out of contract. I think the situation at the football club is that, you know, we don't know whether we're going to be a Premier League side or a Championship side at the moment. So it's very difficult to start any sort of negotiations, because you have to work off 2 different pages. So, you know, hopefully in you know, I don't know how long it will take. You know, we'll hopefully know our destiny, and then the club can work towards that end. But I do, you know, say this, that Julian has been magnificent this year for us since I've come into the football club. He's a top professional, and he's done brilliant on the pitch as well.
A large England squad named yesterday. Were you disappointed not to see Joel Ward included, and do you think he's perhaps not too far away from that?
No, not at all. I think Wardy's been our outstanding player, and you know, he's got better as the season's gone on. But you know, Roy, again, I wouldn't tell Roy who to pick. I wouldn't expect Roy to tell me who to pick. I'm more concerned with the Welsh squad actually than the English squad.
Just very finally from me, I know it's difficult to talk about it because it's sort of in the hands of the FA, but Jason Puncheon, have you had to sort of put Norman in this week, have a word with him?
No, not at all. You know, Puncheon's, you know, the situation, everybody knows about the situation, and we hope it will get resolved. You know, obviously the football club are dealing with Jason and his agent and the people who work with him, so fingers crossed, you know, over the next week or so we'll know where we're going.